have to emphasize this. Don't try this at home, kids. But you guys can see, like, it's a little bit freaky, right, to let the car drive itself. But this is how advanced this car's tech is. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're gonna be going over a 2021 Kia K5 GT line with all-wheel drive. That all being said, let's get straight into the review. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 1.6 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 26 around town and then 34 on the highway, with power outputs being 180 horsepower and then 195 pound-feet of torque. Let's go over the front end of the K5 GT line. So first off, this is finished in Wolfheart Gray, which looks absolutely fantastic. At a distance, it just looks like a flat gray. But then you get a little bit closer and you can see the metallic flake here in the sunlight. It looks so perfect. And then we've got the Kia logo. Anyways, coming here to the side, we've got these full LED lights. I love the look of them. I love how they did an orange LED light, so it actually kind of differentiates itself from most other modern cars. And then we have the LED headlights. I love the design here on the grille, and then you can see down below here with the sensor there in the center, and then the accent piece over here on the side. And I like how the bodywork kind of connects all of this together, so it kind of all flows in one line. But yeah, overall, the front end of the K5 looks fantastic. Just look at that. It's nice, aggressive, sleek, but then also modern. Now coming on the side here, we've got two 35mm tires wrapped around 18-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then as for the design on the wheel, notice how they did all black in the center and then how they did the silver accenting on the outside. It kind of looks like fangs pointing towards the center. I think that is pretty unique from a stylistic perspective. And then notice how they blacked out the mirrors as well as the roof. It does have a panoramic sunroof, but it creates nice contrast with all of the gray that's on this car. So you kind of have the wheels that create contrast, and then obviously the LED accent light, but then the black mirrors and the black roof, and well, it all comes together. Now popping here into the trunk area, first notice that we've got these latches to throw down the seats in the rear. And then if we pick up this carpeting, we actually get a spare tire here in the back. And other than that, storage space back here is actually pretty good for being such a small sedan. And so you go. Now let's finish things up here in the back. So first off, I love how you have the chrome accent piece that kind of flows around here around the back window. And then we've got this low profile black spoiler. And now coming down to the lights, I think the design looks cool. I just wish that they had nice sharp LEDs like they have with the front accent light, because, I mean, again, the design looks cool, but it just doesn't look nice and crisp like the lights in the front. And then we've got another accent piece here on the side, and then you can see we've got these little like fake coverings, I guess is the best thing to call them, for the exhaust tip, because the exhaust tip actually sticks out facing downwards under there. So I think that that's kind of funny that they did like exhaust tip coverings, but there's no exhaust. Anyways, you can see we've got a little diffuser there in the back, and well, yeah, that's all for the rear. Now here's the door panel in the back of the K5. So first off, I really like this trim piece right here, and we've got this beautiful red leather down below with the window control here on the side, and then here are these seats. So perfect interior for this car with the gray on the outside. We've got this beautiful red leather here, and then you get this little cloth insert in the center to kind of break up all of the red, but the leather is actually very comfortable. And we'll pop in, and what are those? We got the Tivas on today, folks. Notice we've got a couple of USBs right there, and then there's some backseat storage, and then we pull this down. You can see it doubles as an armrest, and then some cup holders, and then headroom. Pretty good. And well, let's head to the front. Now here's the door panel in the front of the K5. So again, we've got this silver strip right here, and then we've got the red leather down below with all of our window controls and then our mirror adjustment. And then here's the seat at the front. So again, beautiful red leather. We have our GT line logo, and then you've got the cloth strip down the center with the perforations. The seat is power adjustable. And then here are the pedals down below, and then we've got the trunk release right here, the lane departure assistance, stability control. The steering wheel is manually adjustable, and there's one more look before we pop in. So here's the steering wheel in the K5. First off, we've got really nice leather all around the steering wheel with our GT line logo at the bottom. And then this is our steering assist. We've got our control there for the adaptive cruise control system, which I will show you guys later. It's really cool. And then coming over here, we've got the controls for like the voice command phone controls. Forgot the pages button right there. Stock for the lights and turn signal, windshield wiper stock, and that's all for the steering wheel. Now here is the center screen. We've got analog gauges on either side, and then we do have a screen right there in the center, which will show you different bits of information on the vehicle, like what drive mode we're in. And if you guys are wondering on the drive modes, we have a few different drive modes. So we've got our normal, sport, custom, and then snow. And then on the other side, we've got our smart mode. So imagine that's like your good fuel economy mode. That's your normal driving. That's your fun driving. That is customized based on your driving. And then you've got your snow mode. I've just been driving it in normal for most of the time, if you were wondering. Now here is the center infotainment system. First off, we're gonna pop it into reverse. Notice we've got the backup camera with trajectory lines. They do turn with the steering wheel. And then aside from that, actually, I put it into drive instead of park. Anyways, response time on the screen, fantastic. It comes with the sounds of nature, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of. We've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well. And just overall, it's a great infotainment system. I feel like it's nicely integrated into the dash, because what they've done is that you have the infotainment system block here, and then it actually connects to the gauge cluster block. Like, this is all one unit. Hopefully you guys can kind of see that from a design perspective. So I think that looks really cool. But yeah, I love this infotainment system. It's great. Now we've got some vents right here with the hazard lights in the center, dual zone climate, and I just have it in the auto mode so that it keeps the car at a cool 70 degrees. And then we've got a couple of USBs with a 12 volt right there, some cup holders, got the shifter for that 8-speed automatic. You do have a manual shift function if you want to shift the gears yourself. Got the parking brake right here, and then we've got our auto hold, our drive mode select, heated seats and heated steering wheel, no air conditioned seats. The wireless phone charger is actually great. Now the reason I say that is I'm going to plop my phone right into here. It charges all the time. It's like, boom, it's charging. But on top of that, it holds your phone in place. A lot of manufacturers kind of give a big oversight in terms of wireless phone chargers, where they don't have it hold your phone in place, so it slides all over the place, which defeats the purpose of trying to charge it. But aside from that, you guys can see, got center console here and a random receipt for burgers or something like that. I don't know why it's in there, but you know, it came with the car, so I guess it is what it is. And then got the glove box over here, pretty normal. And then I love the trim right here on the dash. And then there actually is stitching here on the dash, so it definitely looks nice and upscale. But also look how this all connects in one line. Good job from a design standpoint. Now up top here, we do have these lights, which are LEDs, and then we have a full panoramic center for the control for the center, is just right there. And then we do get a manual mirror dimmer, all black headliner. That's all for the top. So here is the window sticker for the 2021 K5 GT line. And as you guys can see, it comes with a ton of standard equipment. Feel free to freeze the frame if you want to read all the equipment, then also the warranty information. Kia has a really good warranty. And then you guys can see the base MSRP, and then this one does have some options added to it that increase the price slightly. Total MSRP $31,300, which is very impressive for being an all-wheel drive sedan. But on top of that, it's an all-wheel drive sedan that basically drives itself, and now you guys are going to see that. Now let's go over visibility before we set off here in the K5. So here's your visibility over the hood, and then through both the mirrors. They do have blind spot monitoring, and then the rest of the rear, and let's set off. So we are starting off here in the K5 GT line, and I'm doing the review on the highway to show just how technologically advanced this car is. And again, it's only $31,000. So I drove this car from Layton to Provo. If you guys don't know, that's like well over 100 miles in terms of the whole trip, and the car pretty much drives itself because of the lane keep assist, which actually keeps you like right in the middle of the lane, and then the adaptive cruise control, both super seamless systems. Again, the car pretty much drives itself, super similar to what a Tesla actually does. So I'm gonna pop on the cruise control right here, and then I'm going to set the speed with the cruise control. And again, it's an adaptive system. So what it's going to do is just follow the person in front of me. And while we're getting closer to the person in front of me, I'm going to talk about the other driving characteristics with this car. So first off, from a ride quality perspective, it's right where it needs to be. It's actually pretty smooth, very comfortable. Again, I sat in this car for 200 miles on one of the days that I drove it, and it was just amazingly comfortable. Now, aside from the ride quality being really smooth and comfortable, it's actually relatively quiet. Now, it's not luxury car quiet, but it's relatively quiet. Now, aside from that, the seats, these are also very comfortable, really supportive, really soft. At the same time, the bolsters hold you in place nicely. And then from an acceleration standpoint, it actually does a really good job. Now, I will say I have been in several situations where I wish this had more power, and you can get the GT. But I guess my only gripe is the fact that the GT only comes with front wheel drive, not all wheel drive like this. And so I guess that is a little bit of a complaint. Now, I'm going to show you guys how cool this is. Now, this is just for demonstration purposes. Don't try this at home. So, no hands on the steering wheel. And it's going to give me a warning in a little bit to put my hands on the steering wheel, but you guys can see it stays right in the center of the lane, and the adaptive cruise control works perfectly. So it makes driving on the interstate very effortless because, I mean, really, look at this. You don't have to do anything. Now, I'm gonna put my hands back on the steering wheel before it gives you a warning. When we have another turn up here, I'm gonna show you guys just how good the system is, because like it does turns and everything. Like, it's really good. Now, there have been a few circumstances where it's kind of like not really like glitched out, but like it seems like it can't detect the lines perfectly fine. And again, it gives you a warning and says, hey, right, you're gonna need to intervene. But here, going around this corner, again, demonstration purposes only. Don't try this at home. But you guys can see it's going around this perfectly fine. It's doing this, like, I'm not touching the gas. And again, it gives me a warning, put my hands on the steering wheel. So we'll do that for a second, and then we'll let it do its thing again. Again, I have to emphasize this. Don't try this at home, kids. But you guys can see, like, it's a little bit freaky, right, to let the car drive itself. But this is how advanced this car's tech is. Like, what cars do this? This is amazing. And at $31,000, and I guess that's a pro tip, just squeeze the steering wheel and then it'll do it for you again. But again, I'm just trying to show you guys like how good this system is. Like, I don't know what else to say. The car literally drives itself. And I'll pop my hands back on the steering wheel. Let's get into setting things up here with this K5 GT line. So first off, exterior wise, it looks absolutely beautiful from every single angle. Interior wise, it's beautiful. I love the contrast between the gray and the red with this particular car. And in terms of the tech with this, it's amazing. And at $31,000, this thing is an absolute bargain. Like, this is the best car you can buy at $31,000, no questions asked. It's fun, it's sporty, and actually, you know what? Before I fully sum things up, I'll give you guys a little acceleration coming up here, just so you guys can see just how quick the transmission is and just how sporty the driving is. But I feel like the safety tech is like the pinnacle of this car, and I'll be back with you guys in a moment. So here's to show you guys how sporty this K5 GT line is. Like, it's actually decently quick, especially like the 0 to 40, definitely solid. 0 to 60, little bit on the slower side, but I mean, still, for $31,000 with everything you're getting, it's more than enough. And again, that transmission's so quick to shift. Like, you guys can see the downshifts, instantaneous, and the upshifts, pretty much instantaneous as well. Like, it's really solid from an engine and transmission perspective at the point this is at. And I guess you guys can also see the brakes work really well. But yeah, that's the K5 GT line. This thing's a bargain. The safety tech is amazing. And yeah, I just can't think of anything else at this price point that is even remotely competitive with this. Now that's going to sum things up for our video on the 2021 K5 GT line. And with all that being said, I will see all of you in that next video.